Picture yourself 30 days from now, free from the chains of bad habits, your focus razor sharp, your energy unstoppable, your life back in your hands. What if that freedom started with one small choice you make today? Hey, it's awesome to be here with you because if you're listening, you're ready to break free from what's holding you back. Your habits aren't just things you do, they shape who you become. Bad habits like procrastinating, doom scrolling, or stress eating are chains dragging you into a life you don't want, stealing your time, energy, and dreams. But you can shatter them. I've seen countless people do it, and I know you can too. In 2025, with phone notifications, social media, and work stress hijacking your focus, these strategies are your forge molding your future with fire. I want you to ask yourself, what bad habits are chaining you down right now, and if you could break them, who would you become in just 30 days? Jim Rohn said it best: success is steady progress toward a worthy goal. Bad habits don't just vanish because you wish them away, they grow stronger with every repeat unless you act. But here's the good news: you don't need superhuman willpower or magic. You just need the right strategies. Today I'm sharing 7 powerful ways to break bad habits before they break you. These aren't quick fixes. They're practical tools to rewire your mind, reshape your life, and set you free no matter how stuck you feel. Ready to smash those chains? Stick with me because this is where your journey to freedom begins. Way 1: identify the root cause. Ever feel like you're battling the same bad habit over and over, like procrastinating or stress eating, but no matter how hard you try, it keeps creeping back? Days when you tell yourself, "This time I'll stop," but you're back on Instagram or raiding the fridge without even thinking. That's the pain of being trapped in a cycle, like you're chained in the dark with no way out. I've seen so many people stuck here, and let me tell you, identifying the root cause is the key to unlocking your freedom. It's not just about stopping a habit, it's figuring out what's driving it in the first place. Think about it. Ever met someone who seems to always have their habits under control, like they know exactly what to do? Their secret isn't iron willpower, they understand why their habits exist. Bad habits aren't random. They're fueled by deeper triggers, stress, boredom, even fear of failing. You don't procrastinate because you're lazy, you're avoiding something uncomfortable. You don't snack because you're hungry, you're soothing a rough day. In 2025, with remote work, phone pings, and life's pressures clouding your mind, finding the root lights up the dark, showing you the path to break free. If you don't know why, you're just fighting shadows. So how do you start today? Grab a notebook or open an app like Evernote and jot down when your bad habit like scrolling social media kicks in and what you're feeling right then. Bored, anxious, exhausted. Tomorrow, pinpoint one trigger like boredom after work and write down a replacement like reading 5 pages of a book. This week, track your triggers every day for 7 days, noting one alternative action each time to tackle the root. These small steps will reveal what's pulling your strings. I knew a woman, Emma, a marketing assistant in Chicago. Emma kept procrastinating on reports, frustrating her boss and feeling like a failure. Then she changed. She tracked when she stalled, realized stress was the culprit, and swapped scrolling for 5-minute walks, logging it in Evernote. After a week, she saw the pattern clearly, and in a month, she was finishing projects early and landed a promotion. Emma said finding the root unlocked her future. So what's triggering your bad habit today? How will you shine a light on its root? Start now, because when you see through the dark, you don't just break a habit, you open the door to freedom. Way 2: change your environment. Ever try to quit a bad habit like wasting hours online, but your surroundings, like your phone sitting right there, keep dragging you back? Days when you say just 1 minute, but the whole evening's gone and you're still glued to the screen, feeling trapped in an invisible cage. That's the pain of letting your environment control you, like everything from your desk to your daily routine is quietly working against you. I've seen so many people struggle because of this, and let me tell you, changing your environment is the springboard that launches you out of that cage. It's not just about willpower, it's designing your space to make freedom easier. Think about it. Ever met someone who seems to always do the right thing, like their space just pushes them forward? Their secret is their environment. It either traps you in bad habits or catapults you to freedom. Everything around you, from the phone on your desk to the snacks in your kitchen, is a cue that makes you act without thinking. In 2025, with social media notifications and remote work stress pulling you off track, shaping your environment is how you take back control. Keep snacks in reach, you'll eat them. Let your phone ping, you'll scroll. But make bad habits harder and good ones easier, and you'll break the cycle without a fight. So how do you start today? Remove one cue like moving snacks out of the kitchen or silencing social media notifications to make a bad habit tougher. Tomorrow, add one cue for a good habit, like setting your running shoes by the door to make it simpler. This week, tweak one spot like your desk or bedroom each day for 7 days, logging changes in a journal or an app like Trello. These steps turn your environment from a cage to a springboard. I knew a guy, Noah, a freelancer in Austin. Noah was hooked on gaming, losing contracts because he missed deadlines. Then he changed. He unplugged his console, put workbooks on his desk, and tracked changes in Trello. After a week, his workspace was a springboard, and in a month, he doubled his workload and scored a big contract. Noah said his new environment set him free. So what in your space is feeding your bad habit? How will you reshape it today? Start now, because when you break that cage, you don't just stop a bad habit, you soar to new heights. Hold up a sec. Feel that power. You can break your cage today. Try one small change, move your phone off your desk or hide the snacks, and feel the freedom kick in. One tweak in your environment can launch you into a new journey. Want to keep that fire burning? Join us at ForgeFire. Hit that subscribe button now. Every week we drop practical strategies and stories to shatter your chains. Subscribe and turn on notifications to catch every spark. Ready change. One thing today. Your free future's starting. Way 3. Reprogram your identity. Ever feel stuck, like you're that person who always procrastinates or eats, as if your bad habits are just who you are? Days when you look in the mirror or scroll Instagram seeing others succeed and think, that's me stuck forever. That's the pain of letting bad habits define you, like you're chained to a version of yourself you don't want. I've seen so many people struggle thinking they can't change, and let me tell you, reprogramming your identity is the blueprint to break those chains. It's not just about stopping a habit, it's becoming a whole new you. Think about it. Ever met someone who radiates confidence like they were born to own their life? Their secret isn't natural talent. They built a powerful identity. Your habits mirror how you see yourself. If you think I'm a procrastinator, you'll keep putting things off. If you think I'm undisciplined, you'll prove it. But if you start seeing yourself as strong, disciplined, and in control, your actions will shift to match. In 2025, with social media and work stress making you doubt yourself, reprogramming your identity is how you redraw your blueprint, shattering the chains of who you used to be. So how do you start today? Stand in front of a mirror, say out loud, I'm someone who acts with discipline, and do one small thing like 5 minutes on a task to prove it. Tomorrow, write a new identity statement like I'm not a procrastinator, and act on it like starting work 5 minutes early. This week, repeat that statement every day for 7 days, jotting one matching action daily in a notebook or your phone's notes app. These steps sketch a new blueprint for you. I knew a woman, Clara, a college student in Boston. Clara always saw herself as lazy, missing assignment deadlines, feeling inferior to classmates on Instagram. Then she changed. Every morning she said, I'm disciplined, and tackled 5 minutes of homework right after waking. She wrote, I'm not lazy, and started studying early logging actions on her phone. After a week, she felt stronger, and in a month, she aced her exams feeling like a new person. Clara said her new identity set her free. So how do you see yourself today? What action will prove you're breaking free? Start now, because when you redraw your blueprint, you don't just stop bad habits. You become the person you've always wanted to be. Way 4. Interrupt the pattern. Ever catch yourself slipping into a bad habit like scrolling or snacking before you even realize what's happening? Moments when you think, just a bit, but an hour's gone, and you're stuck on a runaway train, unable to stop. That's the pain of letting bad habits run on autopilot, like you're locked on tracks with no way to steer. I've seen so many people swept away like this, and let me tell you, interrupting the pattern is the switch that puts you back in the driver's seat. It's not just about fighting a habit, it's cutting it off at the start to redirect your energy. Think about it. Ever met someone who seems to stop right before they veer off course, like they can flip a switch? Their secret is breaking the habit loop trigger action reward before it finishes. Every bad habit follows a track of feeling like boredom leads to an action like scrolling, then a quick hit of relief. But if you derail that track, you can steer the train. In Tawathi 25, with social media and notifications tugging at you, interrupting the pattern is how you take back the wheel. You don't need superhuman strength, just one moment to hit the switch and change course. So how do you start today when you spot a bad habit like procrastinating or snacking? Stand up, clap your hands hard, and say, "Stop," to break the loop right then. Tomorrow, after interrupting, swap in a 5-minute action like stretching, instead of scrolling or writing one sentence for work. This week, practice interrupting at least 7 times, logging each in a notebook or an app like Google Keep. These steps let you steer off the old tracks. I knew a guy, Liam, a graphic designer in Denver. Liam was hooked on binge-watching missing deadlines, losing clients. Then he changed. Every time he reached for Netflix, he clapped, said stop, and stretched for 5 minutes, tracking it in Google Keep. After a week, he owned his time, and in a month, he cut screen time, nailed his projects, and landed a dream client. Liam said breaking the pattern saved his career. So what habit's pulling you down its tracks today? How will you flip the switch to steer clear? Start now, because when you derail those tracks, you don't just stop a bad habit, you drive your life in a bold new direction. Way 5, build accountability. Ever promise yourself you'd ditch a bad habit like doom scrolling or putting off work, but slip back because no one's watching? Days when you say tomorrow will be different, but with no one checking, you're swept back by the same old waves right into your old habits. That's the pain of fighting alone, like you're paddling in a storm with no anchor to hold you steady. I've seen so many people fail just because they had no one to lean on, and let me tell you, building accountability is the anchor that keeps you grounded against those waves of bad habits. It's not just about willpower, it's creating a system to keep you on track. Think about it. Ever notice you push harder when someone's got your back, like when you tell a friend you'll hit the gym? Accountability is an invisible force that turns promises into reality. Bad habits thrive in secret, where it's easy to make excuses, but when you go public with your commitment, you create positive pressure. In 2025, with social media and work stress tempting you to slide, accountability is how you anchor yourself to your goals. A friend, a consequence, or a tracking system can make quitting harder than sticking with it. You don't have to do this solo with someone in your corner. You're stronger than you think. So how do you start today? Text a trusted friend and say, "I'm quitting this habit," like late night scrolling. Check on me, picking one specific habit to drop. Tomorrow, set a consequence. If you slip, like donating $10 to a cause you don't like, and share it with your friend. This week, track your progress daily for 7 days in an app like Habitica, reporting to your friend to stay committed. These steps make accountability your rock-solid anchor. I knew a woman, Mia, a sales rep in Atlanta. Mia was stuck stress eating, gaining weight, losing confidence. Then she changed. She texted her best friend, "I'm done with late night snacks, check on me." She set a $10 donation penalty if she slipped and tracked daily in Habitica, updating her friend. After a week, she tamed her cravings, and in a month, she dropped 10 pounds, feeling unstoppable. Mia said accountability kept her steady. So who's going to hold you accountable today? What habit will you commit to ditching? Start now, because with an anchor, those waves of bad habits can't sweep you away. You stand firm and sail toward freedom. Way 6, strengthen willpower with supportive habits. Ever feel your willpower flickering like a candle in the wind, especially when stress makes it impossible to resist bad habits like mindless scrolling or stress eating? Days when you try to stop, but a rough workday or bad mood crushes you like you're rowing through a storm with no fuel. That's the pain of leaning on shaky willpower, like trying to keep a candle lit in a hurricane. I've seen so many people burn out because of this, and let me tell you, strengthening willpower with supportive habits is the fuel that powers you through that storm. It's not just about mental grit, it's building small habits to keep you strong without crashing. Think about it. Ever met someone who stays calm and tough like they've got an endless fuel tank? Their secret isn't superhuman willpower. They have supportive habits like backup generators that carry them through weak moments. Willpower's like a muscle that tires out when overworked, especially under stress or fatigue. But supportive habits like deep breathing or journaling are how you recharge, making your willpower tougher without fighting too hard. In 2025, with social media, emails, and remote work draining you, supportive habits keep your candle burning bright, helping you smash bad habits with ease. So how do you start today? Try a 5-minute supportive habit like deep breathing, focusing on each breath. To cut stress before a bad habit like scrolling TikTok takes over. Tomorrow, tie it to a trigger moment like breathing before checking your phone after work, and jot how you feel in a notebook or an app like Headspace. This week, do that supportive habit daily for 7 days, tracking sessions in Headspace to build strength. These steps turn your willpower into a steady engine. I knew a guy, Ethan, a startup founder in Miami. Ethan was hooked on stress scrolling, losing investor deals because he couldn't focus. Then he changed. He did 5-minute deep breathing daily before meetings, tied it to moments he'd checked Twitter and logged it in Headspace. He tracked 7 straight days, and in a month he cut scrolling, nailed a killer pitch, and signed a huge investment deal. Ethan said supportive habits fueled him up. So what supportive habit will boost your willpower today? How will it help you ride out the storm? Start now, because with fuel in your tank, you don't just stop bad habits. You power through any challenge to reach freedom. Way 7, celebrate progress. Ever feel demotivated, like breaking a bad habit? Whether it's working late or scrolling endlessly, is all sacrifice with no joy to keep you going. Days when you push forward but work stress or feeling nothing's changed makes you want to quit, like you're lost in a thick fog. That's the pain of seeing change as a burden burning you out before you get far. I've seen so many people give up just because they lacked a light to guide them, and let me tell you, celebrating progress is the torch that lights up your path to freedom. It's not just about stopping a habit, it's turning every step into a victory that fuels your journey. Think about it. Ever met someone who's always energized, like every little win is a reason to keep going? Their secret isn't never failing. They know how to make each small victory spark motivation. When you ditch a bad habit like skipping social media for an hour but don't acknowledge it, it gets lost in the fog. But when you celebrate even with a favorite coffee, you light a torch, making the journey exciting, not just a grind. In 2025, with social media and work stress sapping your drive, celebrating progress keeps your torch blazing, turning breaking bad habits into an adventure. So how do you start today? When you beat a bad habit like no social media for an hour, reward yourself with something small like a coffee or your favorite song. Tomorrow, set a weekly reward like a movie night if you ditch the habit 7 days straight, and note it in a journal or an app like day 1. This week, celebrate daily progress for 7 days, logging your rewards in day 1 to track them. These steps make every win glow like a torch. I knew a woman, Ava, a teacher in San Diego. Ava was trapped working late, exhausted with no balance. Then she changed. Each night she avoided work after 9 p.m., she rewarded herself with herbal tea. She planned a movie night for 7 straight days, logging rewards in day 1. After a week, she was buzzing with energy, and in a month, she balanced work and life, feeling happier than ever. Ava said celebrating progress lit her way. So what small win will you celebrate today? What reward will light your torch? Start now, because when you brighten your journey, you don't just stop bad habits, you make every step a shining victory. You've just walked through 7 powerful ways to shatter the chains of bad habits, finding the root, reshaping your space, rewriting your identity, derailing the loop, anchoring accountability, fueling willpower, and lighting up progress. These tools are your keys to freedom, one day at a time. Take a moment to feel this every day. You get to sculpt a masterpiece, a life free, strong, and true to your dreams. Bad habits don't break just because you want them to. They need you to act, to pick up the chisel and carve with purpose. You've heard the stories, Emma, Noah, Ava, and more. They're not superheroes. They chose to break their chains, to grow daily, and turn their lives into art. So what's your choice today? I challenge you to do one simple, powerful thing. Pick one way, just one, and commit to it for the next 30 days. Maybe it's tracking a trigger, clapping to stop a habit, or rewarding a win. Write it down, stick it on your desk, track it on your phone, and get a friend to keep you honest. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Your first chisel stroke starts now. What do you think a month from now, when you see those chains broken, you'll be proud you started today? need more fire. Join us at ForgeFire. Subscribe for weekly sparks to fuel your journey. Picture a year from now, standing free, your habits tamed, your energy unstoppable, your life a masterpiece carved with fire. That's not magic. It's the strokes you chisel day by day with burning passion. You're the sculptor of your future. So what chain will you break today to carve your masterpiece? Act now, because your free future's waiting, and it starts right this moment.